Good morning, Tri-C Elementary. This is Mrs. Forby, and today is Wednesday, April 22nd. Happy birthday to Jalea Bryant and Mrs. Tester. Yes, Domino is joining me again today. I think he likes having me home, so this might be a new thing. He and I doing announcements together. It's time for a moment of silence. If you would, please join me. Thank you. All right, let's look to 1837. The SS Sirius, the very first steam-powered passenger ship, crossed the Atlantic Ocean. It went from Liverpool, England to New York City in just 18 days. A normal ship that would sail across the ocean would take up to 40 days to cross the ocean. So this was a great new accomplishment. They had to guess or estimate how much coal they would need to make it across the ocean. However, they almost guessed it wrong and started making plans on what do we do if we need to start burning the furniture in the cabins to make sure we have enough fuel to get across the ocean. However, I think they made it there safely without having to burn any of the furniture. In 1864, In God We Trust appeared on our money for the very first time. It was a 2-cent coin, and from that date on, it's been on our money. In 1876, for you sports fans, the very first National League Baseball game took place. It was between Boston and Philadelphia. Boston won 6-5. In 1918, the tallest man to ever live was born. His name was Robert Wadlow. He lived in Alton, Illinois. There are only 10 confirmed cases in history of anyone reaching over 8 feet tall. In kindergarten, when he was only 5 years old, Robert Wadlow was 5 feet 6.5 inches. And by 3rd grade, he was taller than his dad, and they had to make a desk just for him. When he grew up, he was 8 feet 11.1 inches tall. He wore a size 37 shoe, and still to this day, he is considered the tallest man that ever lived. In 1970, our very first Earth Day happened. And yes, it is Earth Day today, so happy Earth Day to you. I hope you're able to get outside and do something for Earth Day. What are your plans for Earth Day? That's all I have for announcements. Turning it over to you, Mr. Owens.
Good morning, Tri-C Elementary. In addition to Earth Day today, it is Administrative Professionals Day. Many of you probably are wondering what that means, but that is the day where we celebrate our secretaries. So to Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Giblin, and Mrs. Stanley in the office, thank you for all that you do. We know that you go above and beyond and tackle so many tasks for us to help our school run, and we definitely appreciate all the work that you've done and have been doing during our closure and that you will do when we return. So thank you so much for all that you do, and we can't wait to get back together to celebrate you in person when everyone sees you back at school. Joining the Book of Success today from Mrs. Cook's room, Grayson Kirschbaum, Kylie Kraft, Zoe Tanner, Owen Livingston, Aaliyah Wade, Max Rhodes, and Gail Atieno for another Zoom meeting Tuesday afternoon. Great job, Mrs. Cook and students, for reaching out. And in Mrs. Talley's room, she had some first-time Zoomers yesterday and wanted to highlight Camden Chapman and Audrey Bruce. One special addition to the Book of Success, and many of you may have seen it on the Channel 12 News last night, 3rd grade student from Mrs. Hale's class, Violet Fager, has been doing some artwork and selling it to people, and with the proceeds providing money to help restock the shelves at the Murfreesboro Food Pantry. And Violet was highlighted on the Channel 12 News last night. We have a link to that on our Facebook page if you would like to check that out. Great job, Violet. We appreciate your hard work and thinking of others and serving people in a time of need. That's all we have for announcements. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day.